Coming into Web3 Beach was like a risk for me.
Why?
I had to leave 3 jobs. Yeah. Before coming to Web3 Beach, I didn't know what that was. I thought Ethereum was Ethereum. I didn't know Ethereum is the blockchain. It's like the currency and stuff. I didn't know. So coming to Web3 Beach was like coming with an open mind.
You think Web3 would have like a role to play in all of this thing, or like in all of what you've become today?
Definitely Web3 Beach has like not a role, the role.
Real.
As in, they had all the role to play. We were told to apply for the Lakes incubation. We applied and we completed the incubation and we're here.
Awesome. So Hostess is built on this.
Yes.
Awesome. The CEOs, they go broke and you're laughing.
Founding and co-founding is like a whole total ball game entirely. Because yes, we are developers. Yeah, but the business aspect of things is something different.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Alumni Spotlight. Today we have co-founder Hostess in the house. So how about you do us the honors of introducing yourself?
Okay, my name is Olorunsogo Banwo, a software developer and co-founder of it, which is an event ticketing platform on the blockchain where organizers can easily come create their events in minutes and attendees can attend their events seamlessly using paying with either fiat or crypto.
I think at the end of the day, everything that a developer is doing is trying to make life as seamless as it can be. All right, so before we get like into it, I want to ask the question: if not tech, or let's say Shogo is not a developer, what would Shogo have been?
If I was not a developer, I would have been a mechanical engineer because I studied mechanical engineering in school. Stressful, but I did mechanical engineering. And after school, I worked at a mechanical engineering firm, an infrastructure firm where we handled the red line metro stations in Lagos State. So yeah,
I see.
I have become a mechanical engineer,
Yeah.
and I was doing well.
We're doing well. So
Doing well.
if we're doing well in mechanical engineering, why did you decide to transition into tech?
Yeah, I just felt I was not liking what I was doing. I
Oh,
was doing it well. I'm someone that if you put me anywhere, I'll definitely do it well.
awesome.
But enjoying what I was doing was not there. I was interacting with different UAMs, different people, but I was not still feeling myself because what really turned me off is standing under the sun, under trains, looking at the break, looking at different parts of trains, and that was not what I wanted to do. So I felt I like the soft boy life,
Right.
stay in the house, do what I need to do. That's about it. I'm exclusive, right? I've not told anybody this before, but I wanted to do maths, pure maths before, right? Pure maths. But the way, how family can be, that you have to study a professional course or at this. I just went for mechanical engineering because
But
I wanted to do engineering, but mechanical is the father of all engineering. That's what I had. So I had to do engineering, but I wasn't feeling myself. Math courses, I aced most of them, but engineering courses, I also aced them. It's not like I didn't ace them, but I didn't feel like this is what I want to do full time.
So how did your tech journey start? Like, was there like a particular person who introduced you to tech? How did it begin?
So during COVID, right,
It's 2020.
2020, I was supposed to start my journey into tech. My brother encouraged me. I was not just cut out for that at that point in time.
Okay.
So during COVID, inside of learning tech, most of my guys they invited me that we should learn together. But instead of learning, I opted to go and anchor at a generator powerhouse like one of the biggest after Mikano, GMG. Yes, I was an intern at GMG, where in the after sales department, where we go to service generators around Lagos State. So I was doing mechanical engineering basically until 500 level second semester, where I told myself, no, this is not what I actually want to do. So I just opted to, I told my friend that I wanted to go into tech, and he advised me, told me all the parts of tech, and I should decide. And I started. Since then, I've not looked back.
No.
That was 2022 January. Yeah.
So would you say like you regret the decision you made to transition into tech, or what is it? Or would you have like preferred just if you remained as a mechanical engineer?
I didn't regret it at all. At all.
Really, that's great.
Oh, I can't imagine myself carrying spanner. Those.
I agree. Oh, okay. I mean, I get that. That's fair. So, how did you stumble, or how did you hear about Web3 Bridge, and how did your journey with Web3 Bridge begin?
Okay, my journey with Web3 Beach was a nice one actually. How did I hear about Web3 Beach?
Yeah.
So when I transitioned into tech, I was the president of my department in school.
It's cool.
So I had the opportunity to meet with the president of Linlag, which is Bilikis. She was an alumni of Web3 Bridge. So we spoke. She was into tech also at that point. So we were speaking. Then she told me about Web3 Bridge. So she was the one that actually sent me the link
And you're
to where the staff was, because she was squad 9. I was squad 10.
okay. So I think at that time you had already like started your Web2 journey.
Yeah. I think I was already working at that time.
Well, that's great. So now let's talk about Web3 Bridge. When you came into Web3 Bridge, before you came into Web3 Bridge, what was like the idea? What did you have in mind? What did you hope to achieve?
Coming into Web3 Bridge was like a risk for me.
Why?
I had to leave 3 jobs. Yeah. I told you I was doing my mechanical engineering,
Yeah.
but I was also doing side jobs. Not side jobs, it was full-time roles, but not on site.
Okay.
So I was doing 2 other jobs by the side, which was development. So coming to Web3 Beach, I had to drop 3 of them.
Interesting.
I told my brother I was going to Web3 Beach. He was like, "Bro, are you sure? Are you sure?" I said, yes. He actually took Mr. Israel's LinkedIn, his name, went to LinkedIn, checked it out, looked at me, and said, they look legit. And I was just finishing my NYC at that point. So he just said, you can take it as you are done with NYC. When you finish NYC, you can just take 4 months out and just go. And coming to Web3 Beach, I resigned, but the HR said, no, I shouldn't resign. I should take 4 months leave of absence.
Oh, wow.
So to go and learn something. I took the 4 months then. After that, I didn't go.
Oh, my. Oh, my God. I see. First of all, we'll talk about your journey here at Web3 Bridge. I feel like it took like a whole lot of thinking, sacrifice, because giving up 3 jobs to start something when you know like you're not going to be earning money and all of that. What was it like? Because like you're already earning money, right? Before you like came to Web3 Bridge. So knowing like, oh, you will not be making money or you not be earning money for a while, what was like the whole feeling? Like what was the process like?
And it was tough. It was tough because it was very tough. 'Cause my brothers, not just one, 2, they were like, am I sure? Am I sure? And they were just offering me a contract at where I was working, a new contract to sign. But I said, no, I don't want to do this. I didn't want to do it. So I just felt coming to the Trade Beach would be the best decision for me. And looking at anomalies, looking at going through their Twitter, their LinkedIn and stuff, I was like, okay, I feel this should work. Yeah. That's why I came to Trade Beach.
So would you say that it worked for you?
Definitely.
Definitely. All right, so now let's talk about your journey at Web3 Bridge. What was it like? You're an on-site student, that's me. So what was it like the whole thing with like coming to meet new people, staying with new people, and all of that. What was the experience like?
The experience, I actually loved it because staying with people, it was just like an hostel setting.
Yeah.
Again from school. So coming here, I met people that are very good,
Mm.
much more than I am, and I could learn from. And our mentors were very hands-on, right? Our mentors were very hands-on. That's something I really liked.
Mm.
And the fact that I was on site, I was forced to do certain things that if I was online, I wouldn't do. Honestly.
I I see. So I heard that you were like part of like said like the media team, head of gist, and I also heard you were a notorious sleeper. Is that true?
I was notoriously
Sleeping.
sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, who told you that?
So now don't worry about that. So I heard that you were like among the top five during like after the eviction test. I'm not going to like say, but did you see that coming? Because you mentioned that, oh, you came here and you met people who were like way better than you, but you like still made top five during the eviction test. Did you see that coming?
Honestly, I didn't see it coming
Mm.
because during the eviction test, I was tensed because I didn't want to go after 6 weeks. Honestly, I didn't want to go
Mm.
because leaving home, telling them I'm coming to it, is an after 6 weeks. I'll come back and say I've been everything.
Do you get not about leaving three jobs, then coming and say you're evicted? That would have been like a whole lot. Yes.
So I did my best and I left the rest.
I think you did well. I think you did well. So let's quickly talk about the whole learning. So like everything that you would imagine that you wanted to learn as a Web3 developer coming into Web3 Bridge, you think they provided you with like all the necessary learning, like everything you needed to be like a solid Web3 developer?
Yes, basically Web3 Bridge is like they're taking you through the basics of Web3 as a whole. Fun fact, before coming to Web3 Bridge, I didn't know what that was. I thought Ethereum was Ethereum. I didn't know Ethereum is the blockchain. It's like the currency and stuff. I didn't know. So coming to Web3 Bridge was like coming with an open mind. I didn't have any knowledge about Web3 and everything. My first contact with Web3 was like the pre-content um, um, documents they sent to our meals when we were applying. So basically, it was a whole new experience for me. I didn't have prior knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
So teaching me the basics of Web3 for 4 months was nice. Then the menu was in my hands.
Mm.
Better myself. If I didn't better myself, I mean. But what was taught in Web3, which is just the basics, have a solid foundation
But yeah,
and build on it.
exactly. I think there's something Mr. Israel would always say. You say Web3 read is the foundation. Like before you get to university or secondary school, you have to go through primary school, right? So Web3 read is like the primary school if you're going to be Web3. That's awesome. So let's talk about Hosted, right? As a co-founder of Hosted, why Hosted of everything? I mean, how did you come to think about, oh, you want to create like an event platform and all of that? So let's talk about Hosted.
First, it was actually a final project
Oh,
in Web3, which,
awesome.
yeah, so my team and I, we built Post-it. Um, we built it. It was given to us by the management as like a project for us. So
Okay.
we built it out, tested it. It was nice. Right? Then we applied for the Leaks Hackathon. Right? Like the night before. It was originally built on optimism, but we saw the opportunity to apply for the Leaks Hackathon. And the hackathon was going to finish the next night.
Mm.
Right? But since it's on OP and it's basically almost the same thing, you just have to change how PCs and deploy on leaks and change our backends to this thing. So we deployed, we did everything, applied for the hackathon. That night, the night before the end of the hackathon, about 2 hours before, that's when we applied. I didn't even have any expectation. I just went to sleep and stuff. So I'm out 3 weeks later. So we got the mail that we were
Oh my
selected to
goodness.
do the hackathon, and it was nice. Since then, we continued doing, we were told to apply for the Lakes incubation. We applied and we completed the incubation and we're here.
Awesome. So Hostess is built on this.
Yes.
Awesome. So what exactly does Hostess do?
Most it is basically event ticketing
Okay.
on the blockchain.
Events ticketing on the blockchain. Okay.
So what we are doing is to eliminate fraudulent events, right? And our contracts have like an escrow part where if an event is cancelled or does not hold, right? The money you used to get tickets will be refunded to the users.
Oh, awesome. That's
We are
great.
getting this
Yeah.
back automatically, seamlessly.
Yeah.
So basically, that's what we do at OSIP.
That's really awesome. So Tospa, has it been co-founding like this brand? Has it been? You know, I asked you earlier, I said, do CEOs do they go broke? Are you laughing? Has it
uh,
been?
Founding and co-founding is like a whole total ball game entirely
Mm.
because yes, we are developers,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but the business aspect of things
Yeah.
is something different. To be a developer is one thing, everything has been done for you. The product side of the business side of the product, everything has been done. It's just for you to change, turn these product ideas into Figma designs, into code, and that's it. But becoming a founder,
Yeah.
you have to learn the product side, business side, go to market, the lots of things, revenue model and the likes. That if I was working in a company, I would have, those ones would have been said to just me typing my keyboard and say I'm not. But founding, oh, it's a lot, it's a lot. So we had to learn that from the incubation with risk,
Okay.
which was very, very helpful. Right?
Mm.
We had to figure out the business side of our
Mm.
product entirely. And it's been a good ride since last year.
Mm.
And we
Awesome.
hope
I guess
to move
that
forward better.
matter. I mean, that's the goal. Well done. Honestly, I want to say you are doing like really, really amazing. So I want to like quickly say, because you just mentioned, oh, you learned all of these things from the Lisk incubation. So, you know, that was saying like shout out to Lisk. I don't know, eh?
Yes.
All right, great. So do you think Web3 Bridge like had a role to play in all of this thing? Like you said, this host it was like your project, right? So do you think Web3 Bridge had like a role to play in all of this thing, or like in all of what you've become today?
Definitely, that baby as like not a role, the role.
Real.
As in, they had all the role to play.
Mhm.
So us, we are giving the project like I
Yeah.
said. It's not like we came up with the project. It was given to us, and we just had to build it out. We figured the rest out by ourselves.
Yeah.
So all my co-founders, alumni of Retribute,
Awesome.
were in the hostel together, build this platform together from scratch, and Retribute has been awesome. Anytime we need anything or maybe we need a help or stuff with our platform, figuring out the business side or product side, we can easily reach out to Mr.
Mr. Israel.
Ayo. He has been very helpful during this process. And Web3 Beach gave us the platform. Web3 Beach was the first event we hosted.
Oh.
Web3 Lagos Conference
Yeah.
2024, right? We hosted that. We had lots of fractions on our platform
That's
just from that event. The event gave us like a validation. So, I mean,
awesome. Awesome. So now I want to ask like quick advice to people who decide, because you mentioned like, oh, you were doing mechanical engineering and it was not something you really wanted to do, or in the process of doing it, you realize, oh, this is not me. It's what I need to transition into something else. So for people who are like already into like one thing or the other and they feel like, oh, they want to transition, but they read, or maybe like they're scared or they do not know how to, what advice would you like have to give those set of people? Why? Why are you happy?
but we know it's my you. So basically, advice
Mm.
is going to be hard.
Mm.
I'll lie to you, honestly. It's going to take your time. And funds. Right? You need to have funds and then kept some because you can easily go back if you don't have funds because that's definitely where it. If you want to transition, take the bold step. If you are in the right place when it comes to like reserves, funding reserves, right? If you're in the right place,
Right.
then you can take the step. But if the funding is not yet there, if you don't have the reserve yet, calm down.
Calm down.
Have that reserve
Mm.
and take the bold step.
Take a bold step. Do you think like like it gets to a point where you think it's too late to like transition?
Definitely, it's not too late. It's not too late.
Awesome.
It's not too late.
And I'm not looking to lie. I think your story is very motivating. Guys, I'm going to transition to the class. I'm going to become a developer. That's really great, Chebo. I'm going to say I appreciate like how much you've come to be able to leave 3 jobs behind and decide to like learn in like Web3. That's like a whole lot of that's a lot. I'd say well done. And I really wish to see hosted at the bigger and a better side. Thank you very much for being here today. We are grateful to have you. You guys, we just wrapped up another amazing episode with the co-founder hosted. Do not forget to leave a like, a comment, and if you've not subscribed, hit that subscribe button now. We'll catch you on our next episode. Until later, bye. I go say bye. Wait, you go say bye now.